Ever wondered how websites display symbols like the copyright sign or the trademark sign, which is TM, or even emojis without breaking your code, or why typing less than and greater than sometimes just disappear on your website or in your browser? Well, the secret lies in something called HTML entities. And in this video, we are not just scratching the surface, we are diving into over 20 of them and how they can clean up your code like magic. Let's get right into it. By the way, welcome to Creative Art Academy, your go-to channel for digital skills like web development, graphic designing, video editing, and more. And if you've not subscribed, ensure you subscribe to this channel for more digital skills content. So back to why we are here. In this video, we'll be exploring HTML entities, and we'll be exploring at least 20 of them. Now, what is HTML entity? I won't be explaining, rather I'll be using an example to explain. So assuming I want to write this sign is called less than sign. Of course, we all know that this is less than sign. So imagine I want to write this on my website. What will I do? Will I just go ahead to, use this sign on my keyboard? If I proceed to use this sign on my keyboard, it is capable of breaking my code. How do I mean? For example, I have a p tag. You can see that the p tag has this sign here. Check the opening tag. You can see the sign here, the less than sign here, and then the greater than sign here. So imagine you go ahead, maybe you want to write something, you want to put a less than sign there, and you put it there, just like that. Now this can cause error in your code, or it's capable of breaking down your code. And I come here again, maybe this time around I want to use, or I want to put, I have a need for the greater than sign, so I proceed to put it there. you know if I continue like this, there is a point I will get to and I will encounter an error. So that error alone can break down my entire code. So what do we use instead of these characters directly? What do we use? We use entities. Entities are like combination of signs and words. Now these signs and words help us avoid this error. So let's say I want to write the less than sign. So the entity to use is the ampersand and LT. So we just take the initials, less than, take the initial of less, which is L, and than, which is T. So ampersand and LT, and this has given us our less than sign. You can preview it in your browser. You can see the less than sign here. So assuming I want to write for, let's say, greater than sign. So first of all, our ampersand and then GT. So if you preview it, there you can find the GT. So for your HTML entities, what comes first is your ampersand. After the ampersand, then it can go with either the initials of the word, which is the name of that character that you want to use or that you want to write, or maybe the first three letters, whichever one, or even the full name. So for less than and greater than, we just take the initials less than, LT, and for greater than, we take GT. So ampersand LT, ampersand GT. Let's proceed. So assuming, okay, let's say I want to put a quote. this double quote, not just one quote, the double quote. We still have our ampersand and QUOT. You can see it is already suggesting it. So you can see our double quotes here. So this is not something that okay, it doesn't exist maybe in our code editor. It exists there, it is there in our HTML. So you just have to know how to use it. So instead of me coming here to use my quotes directly from my keyboard, or using the less than or greater than directly from my keyboard, which can you know in the end hand my code, we use these HTML entities in place of these characters themselves. It will still produce the same thing. It's just that this HTML entity is safer, and it's better to use. So let's explore more. We've done double quotes. Next is single quotes. So for the single quotes, we have our ampersand. Recall I said they must always start with the ampersand, and we have APOS. So this is for the single quotes. As we are doing, we are previewing. You can see there the single quotes. And what if I want the non-breaking space? The non-breaking space. So what I'll use is ampersand NBSP. So non-breaking space, take the initial of each of them, each of the words, non-breaking space. And then we have the copyright. This copyright sign, there is always a C inside the circle. So that one is simple. You can use your ampersand and then copy. So ampersand and copy. Let's preview. You can see it here. Very, very simple. Although you might not be able to memorize all the entities, but at least the few you can, ensure you have it in your memory. Whereas others you can just you know um try to record them either using their initials or the first three letters or the first four letters in the word. So let's say for trademark we have the ampersand and trade. So this one is not TM, rather it's trade. So you can see our trademark TM, the results. And we have the registered. Let's say registered, we have REG, ampersand REG, and you can see it here, registered. So each of these characters, we use the entities in HTML to get these characters. And next we have is the section, the section character. So what do we use? Like I said, ampersand and then sect. And you have this. So most of these characters are not even available on your keyboard. Just few are on your keyboard. So the ones that are not available on your keyboard, how then do you get it? So that's the need or the importance of using the HTML entities. So both the ones on your keyboard, the ones that are not on your keyboard, use HTML entities. So let's proceed. Next is for the paragraph. So we have this and para. You can see it here. So as we proceed, you will be able to see more. I say we'll be exploring nothing less than 20 in this video. Okay, what of the scent? cent, we have CENT. CNT, you can see the cent sign or the cent symbol. Then we have the pound, the pound currency. So for pound currency, we have pounds, ampersand and pound. You can see the pound currency here. And we have euros. So we have euro. You can preview. You can see our euro sign here. We have yen. For yen, you can see. You can see our yen sign here. Then what of degree? Maybe you want to write something like 30 degrees. So for degree, ampersand and DEG for degree. You can see the degree here. So let's assume I want to write something like 30 degrees. So 30 and then ampersand DEG. So you can see it here, 30 degrees. Very simple and easy. So after degree, we have, let's say, we want to write something like plus or minus, like plus minus. So ampersand plus, and then you add mn. So it should give you the plus or minus. Whereas plus is, you've seen it there, ampersand and plus. But for plus and minus, you add mn to the ampersand plus. So for multiplication like times, what we use is ampersand and times. Ampersand and times. You can see it here, the multiplication sign. We also have for the division sign, ampersand and divide. Divide. So here you can see the division symbol or sign. We also have ellipses. So for the ellipses, we use ampersand and ellip. Ampersand and ellip. You can see our ellipses here. These dots that are used to write maybe continuation or infinity. So that's for ellipses. Then we have dash. So for the n dash, we have n dash. You can see our dash here. Then for the m dash, we have n dash and m dash. For the m dash, ampersand and m dash. You can see the m dash. So one thing you must know is that always start with ampersand. Most of you might forget the ampersand and just type and you complain, oh, it's not working, it's not working. It is working, it's just that you forgot to put the ampersand. So don't forget the ampersand. So we have the left quote. For the left quote is LGQUO. You can see the left quote. And for the right quote, so right quote is RODQUO. I can see the right quote. So let's say I want to write something using the left and right quote. So let's say I want to put Creative Arts Academy, or let's say entities in a quote. Say this is an entity. Before writing the entity, we have the left quote. For the left quote, say LDQUO, and we put the entity there. Entity, and we put our right quotes. So you can see that our entity is in a quote. I say left quote and the right quote. Very easy and very simple. So after that, we also have the left single quote. Left single quote. So for the left single quote, we have the LS. You can see left single quote. Then LSQO. You can see it here. This, and then for the right, I believe you already have an idea what that should be. So for the right, we have ampersand RSQUO. You can see the right single quote here. So what about arrow? Maybe arrow left, arrow right. So for arrow, maybe we want the arrow to go to point towards the left. So we have left, left arrow. You can see our arrow pointing towards the left. And for the right arrow, we have right arrow. You can see the right arrow here. And what about up arrow, down arrow? So see the same thing. So we have the ampersand and U, up arrow. So you can see our arrow pointing up. And if you want the one that is facing down too, so the one that is facing down, you see down arrow, that is DARR. So you can see the arrow that is facing down too. So we've been able to explore how many so far: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. We've been able to explore at least 28, and I said for this video we'll be exploring nothing less than 20, and then we did 28. So at least we've tried. So these are the basic ones you should know. There are others entities, there are several entities. So just go and research on them. After watching this video, research more on entities, HTML entities. Try to memorize the few you can, and others whenever you need them, you can just check it up online. So this will be all for this video. If you enjoyed the video, ensure you subscribe, like, and if you have any question, leave it in the comment section.